Hello and welcome back to episode 178. We're going to make a few changes to the magic scrolls from last time, a couple of tips from Galsergi, and we're just going to do a couple of things a bit different and make it so it's a better system, easier to expand. Okay, as usual, we'll start with some objectives. And unlike usual, I'm going to say if you feel like pressing that like button, please do. It really is motivating. And I'm getting my way towards 1,000 subscribers, so if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe and help me get to that 1,000 mark. Okay, let's crack on. Objectives. Add. Let's give it a name. Dropped.mojangBanner. What type is it going to be? Well, it's going to be a type dropped. Colon. Make sure you get colon here. I'm going to drop an item, and it will be the MojangBanner pattern. Okay, done. Let's create ourselves a magic scroll. Or two. Give scrolls. Okay, give the nearest player MojangBanner pattern. We're going to do our tag a little bit differently. Last time we called it tag levitation : true. This time we're going to call it effect : levitation. It's going to work exactly the same way. It just looks a bit different. Okay, now we'll have a display name. So in display we will have name, and name has apostrophes around it, and then after that we will have law still inside the display part. That's a list, so we have square brackets, and that's where the law is going to go. And then after that we are going to hide flags 127, hide as many flags as we can, and enchantments, let's spell that right or it won't work, is a list, and we'll have empty enchantments. Okay, we want text for the name, color for the name, and italics is going to be false. So text, its name is Levitation Scroll. Its color is going to be gold, and italic is going to be false. And then let's go to the law. Let's just do text for the law. Drop for levitation effect, full stop. Okay, done. Let's get one, have a quick look at it. Okay, looking all right. Let's control middle mouse, copy that, put it down. Always active, chain. Let's just go and change a few things. It's not going to be levitation this time, it's going to be speed, so we'll change that. And let's change its, so we've changed its law, let's change its name, and let's change its tag. Let's just go back a bit so you can see properly. There we go. And let's change its custom tag. Speed. Done. Okay, we've got a speed scroll, we've got a levitation scroll. Excellent, let's get rid of them. Let's make some controllers. Controller for one use. So we use the scroll and it will die after one use. I've got a lever, so I'm going to leave it on leave redstone. Let's execute. As all players whose scores equal dropped MojangBanner equals 1 or higher. Yep, and we'll execute at that player at S. So that's going to be executing this command at my feet. I want to execute it at my head, so we will do anchored eyes. And what are we going to do? Well, we are going to run a command, and if that command is successful, we want to store the result. So, or the success. If it works, we store a 1. If it doesn't work, we store a 0. So store success into an entity. Which entity? Into an entity. Let's fill that in a minute. And we're going to put it into its age. Okay. So, which entity? Well, it's going to be type item because it's going to be the banner pattern that I'm throwing on the floor. So MBT equals item tag, and the tag is the custom tag we gave it, Levitation, but it's all red. Why is it red? Well, because we're storing in an entity. We can only do that into one entity. So we're going to have to put a limit. But we also want a distance. So it's going to be distance from my head, which is where we're executing the command. Distance equals 0 to 1.5 should be enough. And let's put our limit in. Limit equals 1. Okay. So if this command is successful, we're going to store 1 into the age value. The age is a short number. And let's times it by 6,000. So we're not going to store a 1 in there. We're now going to store a 6,000 in there. And if an item on the floor has an age of 6,000, it despawns. It says I've been around for too long and it disappears. So this is effectively going to kill the item. And the command we're going to try and run is to give a player levitation. 1 second, 1 amplifier, and we will hide the particles. True. Done. Okay. And last we want here is we want to reset that objective, and we can just reset for all and the drop banner pattern. Okay, boom, let's get ourselves a couple of them. Levitation scroll, there we go. Okay, speed scroll, we haven't set that up yet, so let's set up the speed scroll as well. So we're going to grab this block here. I'm going to control middle mouse and I'm just going to move it along 1. So we're resetting. Last thing we do is reset the scoreboard, and then we can control middle mouse on this one, and I'm going to copy it in there, but now it's going to be an always active chain, and I'm just going to start at the back and go through. So I don't want to give levitation, I want to give speed. I do want to kill it. Yeah, there's levitation. We're checking for the tag speed. Okay, that's all we're going to change. That's it. Done. So now, if I get myself a speed scroll, my field of view should change. As I go, yeah, there we go. It's only lasting for a second, but it definitely did work. Okay, let's do a clear. So levitation scroll, we levitate, speed scroll, we go a bit faster. Perfect, so this is working. That's the one use. Now what we're going to do is we're going to turn that off. I can control middle mouse. 1, 2, 3. And let's put these down. This is going to be the controller. If you want infinite use. And we don't have much to change at all. We're just going to change where we're storing this number. So we're getting a 1 as the result. And we're storing it into age. And times it by 6,000. So we're currently storing 6,000 into the age. Let's times it by 0. So even if it's a 1, it's going to give 0 as the answer. And let's store it in the pickup delay. Okay, so we're going to set its pickup delay to 0, which means I'm going to pick it up instantly. As soon as I throw it, I am going to pick that back up. And that's the only change we're going to make. Done. Let's turn that one on instead. Get ourselves some of them. Let's clear the chat. Levitation scroll. There we go. I threw it. I picked it up. Speed scroll. Perfect. Okay. Now we are using the same banner pattern at the moment. We're basically finished. You can just go on from there and change as you like. But we are using the same banner pattern. What happens if we want to do a different pattern? So we just copy that, put it on the end. Let's have a look. So something visual. Hunger's pretty visual. I don't think you want a hunger scroll. Sounds pretty bad, but we can definitely see that it's working. So we just change speed to hunger. That's all we're changing. Hunger. And let's use the flower pattern for that one. Flower banner pattern. Done. Now this isn't going to work because our objective is checking for dropped.mojangBanner pattern. Okay, so what we're going to do, let's make this a chain. we will create a new objective, flower. New objective here, flower. Okay, let's press that. And let's do the infinite use one. Control middle mouse, take that off, put it on the end. Control middle mouse. Let's change this speed to hunger. All the way through. Let's change this speed to hunger. Done. Okay, let's clear all that away. Let's just double check. Now, is it going to work? I'll tell you now it's not going to work. So there's our... Let's try levitation. Yes. Speed. Yeah, see our field of view changed. Hunger. No. Okay, the reason it didn't work is because we didn't change our Mojang banner to check our flower banner score. So let's try that. And now I've got hunger. And it came back that time, so we know it's working. Let's clear that chat. That's not helping, is it? There we go. Let's put ourselves in survival. Now let's throw it. There we go. Okay, so super simple. One command block for every scroll. We do need an objective for each one we drop. So if you do want to have different pictures on them, you have a different objective for each one. And there's so little information to change. It's lovely. Okay, there we go. We've been chatting for ages. I wanted to keep this quite short. I was going for 10 minutes, but I think we're probably sneaking up on about sort of 13 so minutes. So I will see you in the next one. Enough rambling. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah, press like and subscribe. Bye.